Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. We're at the Cloud Expo 2011 in New York, and on our program, Jeff Bell, Director of Marketing at Zetta. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey Rich, thanks. It's been a great show so far.
Fantastic. What's made it so great? Let's start there.
Well, I think the attendance is way up. Every time I've come to the Cloud Expo, it's higher and higher, so that's good. And a lot of people interested in the product. We've had a jammed booth for all of the open sessions here on the expo floor.
That's great. And so what are they looking at in particular?
So what we do at Zetta is cloud storage. We're a cloud storage service provider. We've been in market for a couple of years now, and over the last year or so, we've really kind of focused the presentation of our storage service around the data protection marketplace. So most of the new customers that are coming to us are coming to us with data protection in mind. And we've offered some new products that assist that use case. And so people can very trivially install a software agent that automatically replicates their local data up into the Zetta cloud and provides a ready-to-run disaster recovery version of their data. They can instantly jump on that and use it if they need it. So people are really interested in the simplicity and features that come with that, and they're flocking the booth to learn about it.
So how does your company combat the low barrier to entry in cloud storage? How do you differentiate?
Good question. And again, when we started off being just a cloud storage service provider, it was a little tougher to differentiate. When we kind of focused and wrapped the solution around data protection, it became clearer, and people had an idea in their heads, I need data protection. The way I'm doing it today, if I am doing it, is cumbersome, it's difficult. How do I get my data off-site and well protected without investing a lot of money or a lot of time? So we've provided them a really simple way to do that. And there are other providers that provide a data protection capability, but it's more wrapped around a backup application. And the Zetta application isn't strictly backup, it's data protection. We're actually mirroring your live running data in the Zetta environment. So it's more of a disaster recovery capability. So there's some features there that don't exist in the other backup service providers. So people see a difference there.
Now are there certain types of customers that are able to utilize your services more effectively in terms of being, let's say, the right sort of customers, or is every company a potential customer of yours?
We actually think almost every company could be a good prospect for the Zetta service, but historically what's happened is the people that are in the mid-market, mid-sized companies are the ones that tend to be coming to us more than the very smaller ones or the very large ones. So still analyzing why that is, but the mid-market customers, people with somewhere between 2 to 10 terabytes of information that they need to protect, and they don't have a particularly good way to do that today, and we can give them a way that within 30 minutes they're off and running and their data is being protected. So it really takes an issue off the IT director's plate.
Okay, so when you say almost everyone, I guess then if you're really small, then you just probably wouldn't, if you have a few people in your organization and not much data.
Right, and we've got it set up on our side that we're with a 2 terabyte minimum as a footprint that we'll bill people for. So somebody that comes to us with less than 2 terabytes, if they're far less than 2 terabytes, it's not a very cost-effective solution for them. So home businesses, home markets, the technology would work there, it's just not really set up to service those markets. And then I think on the very large end, some of the enterprise scale customers have different ways that they're doing data protection, and they're not as urgently looking for an alternative at this point.
So this week's announcement of the iCloud, does that legitimize the cloud market? Do we grow faster from here, or do we stay the same?
Yeah, I think almost every cloud announcement that comes out is helping to legitimize the cloud, although there's been a couple of companies that have exited part of the business recently that have been shots in the other direction. And it's kind of interesting, some of them in the data protection space. Iron Mountain pulled out, and some others. It's actually been good for us, though, because people see a difference in the way we're actually providing the service. And we're getting a lot of customers as a result of some of the people exiting the business.
Okay, solid answer. In terms of what's next, what's coming down the pike?
Exactly. We've got some additional capabilities we're providing wrapped around structured forms of data. Right now, the system that we've got set up works exceptionally well for unstructured or file-oriented data. So we're coming up with some additional software that's going to make it really easy for environments like Exchange and SQL databases to provide the same sort of service. So that's coming. And then we've got some other application areas that we're ready to target, including some archiving and e-discovery applications.
Yeah, e-discovery is a big market. Now, Exchange as well. What are the benefits of what will be the benefits of your Exchange solutions?
Again, it parallels the benefits that we've got in the file-oriented system. It's a matter of instantly being able to get your data off-site. So it's off-site, it's not on your site, it's in our data centers and protected. And you've got the ability to instantly recover the information rather than having to load the data back down or ship you a tape. So the data is accessible immediately online.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here today.
Okay, thanks for having me, Rich.